Hello and welcome to No Tactics. I'm Oscar.
And I'm Tom.
In this video, we're going to preview Liverpool versus Man City,
Tottenham versus Man United.
and Arsenal versus Sunderland.
And should 12:30 kickoffs be banned?
Well, let's kick things off then with another big game this weekend, which is, of course, Liverpool versus Man City. I love this game personally. I think this game always seems to deliver. There's always big stakes. Again, this is a massive big stakes game for both teams. How do you see this one going?
I don't think you've ever been more of a Liverpool fan. I think this is the thing. This game is massive for you because on your toes right now, on your tail, you've got Man City. Man City aren't playing very well at the moment. Haaland does seem like he's having a little bit of an off period. But yeah, I think you could easily support Liverpool right now, being in your position because of Ekitike. That guy is on fire.
I mean, what I will say is, yes, I will be supporting Liverpool. I'm a massive fan of the colour. The colour red is really, really good colour. I think, I'd be very happy if my team wore the colour red. Secondly, everyone who I know from Liverpool is really, really nice. And everyone who supports Liverpool, they support a really good team.
They're just not getting the rage bait in the comments, basically.
No, not at all. I'm a scouser this weekend. On a serious note, look, this has massive repercussions in the title race. Even a draw would be, it would be a very bad result for City. City are going to go for it, and that's what makes this game so good. In the sense that, City can't afford to drop more points. When you talk about the players like Ekitike, Wirtz being on form, it does make it a bit techie for City.
Yeah, and I think if you look at how City played against United, they threw the kitchen sink at us, but then that left them very open at the back, and that's why we were able to get something against them. I hope for City's sake, I don't care about either of the teams, but for City's sake and for Arsenal to not win the league and it to be a bit more tasty, there to be a better setup than what they played against United, because I think that's all what they're going to do. I think all they're going to do is they're going to push everyone forward. They're going to be playing really, really high football, and Liverpool are just going to take advantage of it. Wirtz is absolutely incredible at the moment. Ekitike is just scoring for fun, and I think it just needs one of these games for Haaland to come back. I think he just needs him.
You said this, though, when you triple captained him against Wolves. He didn't come back, and other than we scored the other night against Galatasaray, he's on his worst run of form when it comes to goals. Whether this be the game is the game that he comes back. I think I remember in my head, the only ground that he's not scored at is Anfield. I think. I mean, someone can let us know in the comments below if that's true or wrong. But what I will say is, yes, you are right that City don't know how to defend in a deep block. This is the game where they might try it, in my opinion, just because I saw them do this against us at the very earlier on in the season when they did go 1-0 up against us. And then for 80% of the game, they were very much camped in their own box and we had to break them down. Could be that kind of game where if City were to take the lead, Pep might go against this sort of philosophy and actually be like, you know what? We need to try and get something from this game. I'm just going to put the stinkiest low block and have players like Semenyo and Haaland running the counter. That, for me, I see as the only way for City to maybe get something out of this game because, Liverpool look good right now.
So what you were saying is you should play a 4-4-2, put Semenyo and Haaland up top. It'll be delicious.
Chucky just them behind. That could cause problems for Liverpool because, let's be real as well, Liverpool aren't good defensively.
So you're saying that Guardiola's basically learnt something from Carrick. So he's seen what Carrick has played against them and he thought...
He might have to, and I think that's the only way I see the game going in City's favour. But if I was to look at Liverpool's perspective, as we just mentioned with players like Ekitike, Wirtz, who I must say Wirtz actually at the beginning of the season, I think the whole football Twitter was enjoying his horrible run of form of not scoring or assisting. He's now finally clicked it into gear, and I do think he's only going to get better and better. He does now seem like more of a natural fit in this Liverpool team because he links up with Ekitike so nicely. The goal that Ekitike scored,
my God.
Toe poke was so nice.
It's like when you're growing up and you're watching old school Brazilian football, we're watching Rivaldo score goals. That was just a Rivaldo goal.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It was so good. But then also imagine the stinker that you must be having being Isak sat there, broken leg, watching that link up. Mate, you're over £100 million worth of player, and you're sat in the stands because you're injured. Obviously, he might be playing at this point, but He's seeing that link up. I would be heartbroken if I was him, because thinking about it, all you're looking at is the next wave of Liverpool. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be the one that's banging all these goals. Ekitike's come in and he's absolutely flying. I think it's down to Isak. His fault. His fault completely.
It's his fault that he broke his leg.
No. But also, if you don't have a pre-season, I've seen so many footballers say, if you don't have a pre-season, if you don't put the work in to start with, you're more susceptible to injury, and also he just does look off. I don't think Isak going to be off, but it's a hard one. It's a hard one to think about. But I think this weekend, in my heart of hearts, I feel that City are going to beat Liverpool 2-0.
Bomber.
And
that is actually your head, not your heart, telling you this.
Yeah. Well, I say my heart of hearts. I don't know. It's somewhere in me.
You feel something.
2-0. I think it's going to be probably not Haaland scoring. Maybe Haaland will get an assist. He got an assist the other day.
Yeah, he did. But terrible still. But
a Gay header.
Maybe. I mean, Gay, he didn't look too good against the Spurs. I know he was at fault for the second goal with his terrible header, and he got caught up in the goal for the first one. But look, I don't know, the way, and just even if we're going to go back on that Spurs result, I mean, 2-0 up, I was like, well, this could be 4-5 or 6.
I thought Frank was gone. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was finished. And it was such a weird atmosphere in that stadium as well, because there was kind of just a COVID sort of feel. You know, like in a COVID match when there's like no fans watching, it kind of felt like that because Spurs, look, whether they wanted to win that game or not, it's too early to tell in terms of the context of the season. But I did actually just think, well, if it's 2-0, I just don't see any way back for Spurs. But fair play to them. They did come back. And actually, I just feel, and I saw this crazy statistic where after the first half, City have, I actually don't know the statistic, but it's crazy enough for me to remember that they gone to like drop points in the second half. I think they would have been 10 points clear in the league had they only played in the first half of in their games. Something like that.
Yeah, first 45 minutes.
Which tells you there's a massive drop off in the second half. So yeah, look, we're saying right now like City could do something, but in that second half, I do worry about that. I don't worry about them. I want them to fail, but City fans would be worried in that second half because being at Anfield is a tough place to go. Even if they were 1-0 up, it's going to be tough. And this is where I'm going to go to my prediction, Tom. I don't think City are going to win.
Okay.
I don't think Liverpool are going to win.
Yeah. 0-0.
No, I think this game always has goals. I do think it's going to be a Desmond 2-2.
Really?
Just because I think in terms of, don't get me wrong, there's big stakes for Liverpool as well in terms of the top 4 or 5. You know, you guys have kicked on a bit. Chelsea look really good. They really need to win. So this is going to be a very open game. And I think Liverpool's defence, as we just sort of briefly mentioned, isn't that good either.
Yeah.
I'm looking at both defences right now. It does scream to me goals. There could be a last-minute dagger for someone.
Oh, that'd be...
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that City are going to win, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Liverpool will win, and that's why I'm going to say 2-2. It's going to be a great game.
Get off the fence.
Let's move on, Tom, and talk about another big game, actually, which I think would have been the game of the weekend, and that's Manchester United versus Top Spur.
Oh, God.
Talk to me, Tom.
I think we're back. I genuinely think we're back. No, I don't. I believe we're playing really, really well, and it seems like we're playing like Man United should be playing. Like we're just throwing the kitchen sink every single game. There's not any moment where I don't think we're not going to score. Like that game against Fulham the other day, when it was 2-2, and I thought,
still felt something was going to happen.
It always felt like there was something happening, there was something bubbling, and I didn't feel completely distraught. If that was an Amorim football, I would think that we're going to be losing that game. Yeah, I thought that we would lose that game, or it would be the most rubbish draw. But oh my God, against Fulham, we made a massive difference, and I think we're almost hitting Spurs at the right point because
I mean the injuries they have, and I know we just spoke about how it was a good result for Spurs.
Yeah.
In the context of all the injuries they've had, but I mean, if there's a time to play Spurs right now, and especially the form you're in, as you just said, this is the time. And I think how the sort of top 4-5 race is shaping up, you really want to kind of make everyone realise, yeah, United are back.
I just really hope Yves Bissouma starts because that guy was an absolute dross for
This guy was pissing me off so much. He was losing the ball so much in that game. I mean, thankfully, Spurs did us a favour in that match and turned it around. But yeah, if he does play, then I do fear for Spurs. Look, if there's a way for Spurs to get something from this game, it is that second half against City in terms of the blueprint. Because I know football's very easy to kind of just say they wanted it more, and they kind of did in that sense. And I think actually with Frank, he does know how to play. I'm going to say this wrong, underdog football. So I think one of the reasons why Spurs have been playing bad as they have, especially at home, is because they're seen as the protagonist. They're seen as like, right, we've got to put our foot in this game and be the dominant force and win. But I actually think Frank is better, as we saw in the game against actually City in both matches this season, home and away, where they're sort of the underdog and they have to be the team to try and get them on the counter-attack and things like that. That might suit them in this game as well.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think it's also the most dangerous position to now be a United fan, because we have beaten City, we've beaten Arsenal. Fulham was the one I was most scared about, because Fulham is the absolute banana skin that we're going to go against the team where we should be beating and we lose, but we beat them. Now I'm feeling confident. Now I'm feeling like Spurs are in an absolute terrible run of form. This is probably...
You've got to get your revenge as well, man.
Absolutely. We've got to. They took something away from us last season, but I just worry because I feel too confident about it. And being a United fan, being confident is the worst.
12:30 kickoff as well. I does not matter if you've won every single game that season. If you have a 12:30 game, anything can happen.
I think a 12:30 game is one of the most sort of daunting games in weekend football.
As soon as I see the thing, it says 12:30. I'm like, even if I'm facing like a team in the relegation zone, I'm like, mother of God.
This is why I think you should bring back 3:00 kickoffs that you can watch on TV, because I feel like almost for the players, they have to care less because they haven't got as many eyes on them. Obviously, they've got everyone in the stadium. They haven't got everyone on TV. So yeah, 12:30 kickoff against Spurs. I am worried.
Just on the 12:30 kickoff then, Tom, are you saying we should just get rid of them entirely?
No, 12:30 kickoff, keep, fine.
Which is not for you.
No. Yeah, make sure United and Arsenal aren't a part of it. I don't mind about Arsenal, but no, the 12:30 kickoff's fine. But that's why I think that 3:00 should come back, because there's so many games at 3:00 that is not enough pressure. Yeah. So the pressure would be evenly distributed if we think about it. The 12:30, the 3:00, everyone was on TV, and also, for me, I'd get to watch more football, which I'm happy about. But
it's interesting. I think the 12:30s as well, because it is the first game of the weekend. You're waking up early, you know.
Oh,
it's so vulnerable when I wake up early. I'm like, oh, what's going on? What year is it? Secondly, like, doesn't mean, well, unless you're an alky like me and you can just go to the pub at 7 a.m. You don't have enough time to get the booze in to feel like good. You're literally at the game like, oh, right, okay, like, no one's ready. The players aren't ready. Think about it. They've got to have a sleepover somewhere the night before and then wake up and just go. It's the 12:30s. I think for me, they need to stay just for the chaos.
No, it's good. It's so good, and also it starts it off right. Your weekend starts right. It's weird to have a beer at 11:00, but you have one anyway.
Have to.
Yeah, it's 12:30. Oh my God, you're ready. You're ready for it. Everyone is ready for that first game, and also, how good is your weekend if you get a winner?
Win at 12:30. We're like, you're all right. I'm gonna just craft open some more beers.
Oh my God, that whole day it's over with. You're having so much fun. But then on the flip side, oh my God, if we lose against Spurs, my whole Saturday's ruined. My Sunday's kind of a bit destroyed as well, because I'm thinking I'm going to be hungover from the Saturday, but in a negative mood.
Yeah, it's so true. It literally makes or breaks a weekend. So is it going to make or break your weekend, Tom? Predictions?
As I said, I feel overly confident. I think that there is going to be some goals in this. I think Mbeumo's going to score. I think Bruno's going to set up 1 or 2.
He's looked amazing, by the way. And actually, I think he's on record to get the Prem assist record. I know he's still a way off, but if he continues this vein of form, hey, look.
I think he's one of the most overhated players in Premier League history because he is very passionate in a way that people don't like. And I think he's one of those players, if you play for your team, you'd love him. Yeah. I found him annoying in the past, but that's because we were struggling at the time. But he is a fantastic footballer.
When he's in this vein of form, man, he's one of the best players in the league. I think he's definitely going to get player of the month. But, you know, if depending what happens with United and himself, he could make a little charge himself for player of the season. No,
it can't happen. When you're having, if we got top 3, there's a possibility. I just think look,
I'm probably like, I'm looking at recency bias. You guys just won 3 games.
Yeah, no, like it's so good. It's so good.
Win 2 more games. Oh, my guy's gonna get a haircut.
Oh my God, I think give him a knighthood. Oh my God, my guy's gonna get a haircut.
That's what I'm saying. He could get a haircut. But you know what's going to be even funnier?
If he gets
we beat the 5th game
and then we lose.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I asked you for your prediction. What did you say, sorry?
I didn't say anything. I'm going to put a foot in it and go 3-1 United.
Yeah, 3-1.
Yep.
I think that's a good prediction. I probably will. Yeah, I'm gonna join you on that. I'm gonna just say 3-1 as well because I do think Solanke's look really good, and if he's fit or not, then yeah, I think they could get a goal there. But I just look at the sort of the feeling United have. It's quite hard to stop a team when they are sort of on that sort of momentum and that ride. I think, 3-1 is probably a fair result. I think you'll be too much for Spurs.
One last thing before we go on to the next topic, though. I've seen online that people are comparing Solanke's Scorpion goal and saying what the best Scorpion goal of all time is. It's not Mkhitaryan. And I know, I wish it was, because the next week... You remember the next week? I remember seeing a Mkhitaryan Scorpion goal and thinking, this might be the best goal I have seen live watching. It's incredible. Next week, Olivier Giroud scores, and it is just...
I mean, if you just think about best goals in the Premier League, I think it's definitely up there, the Giroud Scorpion kick.
Oh, ridiculous.
I mean, you've got to look at also the passes that were given to... The Sanchez pass isn't that good of a pass. Giroud just God. Completely thinks, I'm just going to do... And for me, that is probably still the best. But I don't know. If I'm being super critical, the Solanke one is probably ranked bottom.
Oh, fair play to him, though. You try it. He's so did it.
I'm talking as if like I'm a professional. But definitely.
I mean, neither of us could do it, but...
Trial of the season, for sure. Absolutely. Let's finish things off and briefly talk about the Arsenal game as well, because we're saying all this. I'm talking about the Liverpool City game. We got to win first.
Absolutely got to win.
We must.
Yeah.
We must.
If you don't, I think it does change the whole of the season for you.
Well, change the whole of the season. Wow. Big claim. Well, look, I mean, if we don't win that game, that just makes the Liverpool City game that extra bit interesting for you. Not for me, because I won't be watching because I'll be too upset. But actually thinking about it, look, Sunderland have been a breath of fresh air this season. I think the way they've actually took it on by signing a lot of players. Xhaka's looked brilliant. I think he's probably one of the signings of the season. I know at the moment they've had quite a few injuries and players returning from AFCON. They did win the other evening, and that was really good. It's Burnley.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sunderland are brilliant at home. They're not so good away. Now, I would say we're good at home, but our most recent home game in the Prem was obviously against you guys, which we lost. So yeah. Good. Look, I think any game now in the Premier League is difficult. Even if you're playing at home, even if you're playing a team that's been promoted. You look at how well Sunderland have done. That's not going to be an easy game. And Sunderland are going to be very well set up defensively. But I still think we'll have too much for them. And I'm going to probably say this for every single game, by the way. The only thing that's stopping Arsenal is Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal fans love to say this. Honestly, the only thing stopping you is that there is Man City that could just click into line where you guys do your normal thing of slipping down at the end of the season. It does
slipping down. Why would that be? Because of ourselves.
No, but that's just because
you're saying the reason Man City would win is because we slip because of ourselves.
I know, but at the same time, you are always in this vein of form. Obviously, I know you say it's because of yourself. So obviously that is a mental thing, and I think you need to get something over the line. Absolutely. The position you need to be in is always just not thinking about anything else. I know you say it's yourselves, but teams are now going over to try and beat the beast. Yeah, they want to beat Arsenal, and someone like Sunderland, I think
they've got nothing to lose.
Absolutely, and I would honestly feel so happy, and I feel sorry for saying this to you because I know you love Arsenal. Seeing Xhaka,
he's injured. How do you feel now? Maybe research before you do your analysis, mate. Hold that. Yeah.
Okay, well, Xhaka will be sat on the bench.
He'd be sat on the bench.
He'll be sat in the stands, just loving it. Yeah. No, I think, just for that, I think Arsenal will win.
Give me your prediction then.
No, I had the thought. I'm going to put it out there. I think Sunderland are going to win 1-0.
And Granit Xhaka is gonna
gonna
somehow come back to life.
The heart of Xhaka, the power of him, the soul of Xhaka is gonna go into that foot of that player who scores. I don't know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be someone
maybe because of Xhaka.
Maybe Brian Brobby. Maybe Brobby.
Hey, he's looked good to be fair.
Maybe.
Yeah, he caused us problems in the last game we played them. To be fair, look, not gonna be an easy game. And like I said to you many times before, that we won't make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll come out on top, and I think it be maybe 2-0. 2-0, yeah. And
that sounds like an easy game, though. 2-0 sounds like an easy game.
No, I know no games in this Prem are easy, Tom. But what I'd like to think is hopefully that win will then kind of just calm us down and we can get onto like another nice run of form. And I think, including myself, we just all need to just kind of relax a bit and just realise that like not every game is do or die. There are going to be games that we lose this season.
Yeah.
We lost against you, fair and square. I think if you look at the other games we lost this season, Liverpool match, screamer from a free kick, Aston Villa at the very death, like it's not going to be an easy ride, man. Like we like every team that's won the Premier, other than maybe when City won it by 100 points, you're always going to get the occasional game where it's going to be difficult. But I'd like to say that this game isn't going to be one of them, hopefully. But let's see. That's been our Premier League preview. Let us know in the comments below if you think we got that wildly wrong, if you think we got that wildly right. I've been Oscar.
And I've been Tom.
We've been No Tactics.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.